Before diving into today's major headlines, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a single update about your New York Jets. We bring you daily Jets news, deep analysis, and no fluff, just football. Let's get into it. A familiar face has re-entered the building, and he's got unfinished business. Nick Folk, the 39-year-old veteran kicker who once carried the Jets' special teams through high-stakes battles between 2010 and 2016, is back in the green and white. And he's not just here to stroll down memory lane. He's here to compete. The Jets have officially ignited a kicker showdown between the seasoned Folk and the younger, big-legged Harrison Mevis, better known to fans as the thicker kicker. Let's break this battle down. Nick Folk's return is more than just a feel-good story. It's a strategic move. In his last run with the Jets, Folk hit 82.2% of his field goals. That's 175 of 213, and was practically automatic on extra points. That was during the old Pat era, when the kicks were closer in, but even now, he remains dependable. With the Titans last season, he drilled 21 of 22 field goals and was a perfect 25 for 25 on extra points. At 39, he might not have the longest range in the league, but he hasn't lost his precision. So why did the Jets bring him back now? Simple: consistency and trust. After watching some inconsistencies in recent training camp sessions, the Jets front office made a quiet but powerful decision to fortify special teams. Harrison Mevis may have youth and power, but in games decided by inches and seconds, nothing beats reliability. Let's not sleep on Mevis, though. The University of Missouri product has a cannon for a leg. In college, he hit from 50-plus multiple times and was near perfect on extra points. During Jets training camp, Mevis reportedly went 10 for 10 in back-to-back practices, while Caden Davis, the previous competitor, missed 2 of his 10 kicks. The Jets swiftly moved on from Davis, signaling confidence in Mevis as a long-term project. But can a raw-legged rookie truly push out a seasoned veteran like Folk? That's the million-dollar question. This competition will come down to 2 things: range and mental toughness. If Mevis can consistently hit from 55 or deeper during preseason games and show ice in his veins under pressure, he could very well win the job. But if Folk continues to showcase the veteran calm and game-winning accuracy he's known for, don't be surprised if the Jets roll with the safer choice. Let's not forget, the Jets are in win-now mode. They're not looking to develop a kicker for 2027. They need a guy who can step in, hit big kicks in Week 1, and close out tight games as early as September. In that scenario, the edge might go to Folk. So, Jets Nation, who are you backing in this kicker duel? Let us know in the comments. NF if you're riding with Nick Folk, or HM if you believe in the thicker kicker, Harrison Mevis. Quick break before we get to the next segment. If you're a diehard Jets fan and want to help push our channel to the top, make sure to subscribe right now. Every click helps us grow this Jets community and keeps you in the loop with everything green and white. Let's build something special here together. Now, back to the action. Out of nowhere, Christian Wilkins, the former Dolphins and Raiders standout, is back on the market. After signing a massive $110 million deal with Las Vegas just this past offseason, the Raiders stunned the NFL world by cutting ties after only 1 year. Why? Reportedly, a mixture of medical disagreements and a bizarre locker room incident involving a playful kiss that didn't land well with a teammate. The incident, while strange and still wrapped in speculation, opens up a real debate for the Jets. Should they make a run at Wilkins? Let's be clear, the talent is undeniable. Wilkins is one of the most disruptive interior linemen in the league when healthy. A pairing with Quinnen Williams would immediately form one of the most fearsome DT duos in the AFC. Throw in Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald off the edge, and you're looking at a defensive front that could wreck game plans for every single opponent on the schedule. But the red flags can't be ignored. First, there's the injury. The Raiders wanted him to undergo surgery on his foot, which he declined. Whether or not that was the right medical call, the reality is Wilkins is expected to miss significant time, possibly until November or December. That means if the Jets sign him, they won't see a return until deep into the season. Second, there's the character question. The Jets have worked hard this offseason to build a no-nonsense, football-first locker room. Aaron Glenn's leadership style has brought discipline and quiet confidence to this group. The last thing they want is a media circus around a mid-season acquisition with off-field baggage. Third, there's the roster balance. Signing Wilkins might sound great in theory, but who gets bumped? Do you risk losing rotational talent or a young, developing defensive lineman just to take a gamble on a guy who may or may not be 100%? And yet, the idea is tempting. If the Jets start the season strong and are sitting at 7-3 or 6-4 heading into the back half, a healthy Wilkins could be the piece that pushes them over the top. Imagine rolling into January with a front that includes Wilkins, Quinnen, McDonald, and Johnson, supported by a linebacker core that's already among the league's best. That's a scary thought for opposing offenses. The financial angle could also make it easier. Since the Raiders already owe Wilkins a chunk of guaranteed money, he may be willing to sign a low-cost, short-term deal just to get back on the field and prove his worth. Essentially a prove-it contract with playoff potential. But here's the key question for Jets GM Joe Douglas and HC Aaron Glenn. Is the upside worth the risk? In years past, the Jets may have taken that chance without hesitation. But this team is different. They're not chasing headlines anymore. They're building a foundation. And sometimes the best move is no move at all. So Jets fans, time to weigh in again. Would you sign Christian Wilkins for a second-half playoff run? Drop in the comments for sign or a P for pass. It's easy to get caught up in names and headlines, but let's zoom out for a moment and look at what the Jets truly need. Yes, special teams are often overlooked until a 48-yarder goes wide right in Week 14 and costs you playoff positioning. That's why the kicker battle between Folk and Mevis matters. Points matter. Consistency matters. Folk gives you that now. Mevis may give it later. The preseason will decide who wins, but don't underestimate how high the stakes are for that decision. Meanwhile, the Wilkins saga feels like a classic temptation. He's a big name. He has game-wrecking talent. He also brings health concerns and possible locker room distractions. Would he transform the defense on paper? Absolutely. But the Jets' defense is already elite without him. If he arrives late in the season and can't stay healthy, it may all be for nothing. The Jets are walking a tightrope in 2025. They're loaded with expectations, blessed with talent, and anchored by a coach who demands discipline. Every move matters. This isn't the time to chase chaos. It's the time to lock in. Nick Folk versus Harrison Mevis may not sound like the headline battle of the summer, but it just might be the most important. The kicker can win or lose you 2 or 3 games a year. In a stacked AFC, that could be the difference between watching from home in January or hoisting the Lombardi. As for Christian Wilkins, the dream of adding him to the Jets' front line is enticing. But the Jets don't need stars. They need the right players, the right energy, and the right chemistry. That's how championships are built. Whether you're Team Folk or Team Mevis, Team Sign or Team Pass, one thing's for sure. The 2025 New York Jets are entering this season locked, loaded, and with sky-high expectations. Thanks for riding with us. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit that bell icon. We're bringing you more Jets content than anyone else. This is your home for green and white football. Until next time, go Jets.